Good day, good afternoon, or good evening. Uh, this is Group 5, and our topic for our podcast is toxic Filipino culture. But before we go into our topic, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Enzo Torrijos. You can call me Enzo. And these are my group members, Amboy, Aquino, Patricia Enriquez, Espiritu, Ron Marquez, and Nadine Moreno. So, kamusta naman guys? Parinig niyo ang boses niyo. Para alam ng ating viewers kung kanin-kaninong boses yan.
Hi guys.
Hi, ako si Pat.
Hi guys. I'm
Hi,
Nadine.
guys.
You can call me Nad.
30 bro, kamusta naman 30?
Hi guys, I'm Amboy, tas my nickname is 30. Hope you're doing well.
Okay, so our topic is toxic Filipino culture, and what we're going to do is discuss examples of what we think are toxic Filipino culture. We should try to give our insights. Guys, ano nga pala yung tingin niyo sa toxic Filipino culture? Like, expound.
Para sa akin, sir, it's usual among us Filipinos and other countries as well. Hindi mo siya maiiwasan in a way, pero siguro masusolusyonan mo siya step by step. Progressive. Yun, sir.
Salamat. Yung iba,
To add lang sa sinabi ni 3D, na-influence siya by a lot of factors. Pwedeng friends natin, family, tapos yung society in general, tapos hindi natin napapansin na normalize na pala natin, which is why it's important to talk about it.
Tama. Yung iba, guys.
For me naman, sorry. Ikaw muna niyo. Sige, ikaw muna.
Parang hindi siya nag-start with us, pero it started from our ancestors, our great-great-grandlola.
Sa akin naman parang, dahil nga napapractice natin siya araw-araw, we tend to accept it na lang, and then we just disregard yung mga toxic Filipino cultures instead of fixing it. Parang hinayaan na lang natin siya. Ayun.
Yun nga yung...
Sa akin naman, yung...
Go lang.
Sorry.
Go lang.
Yung toxic Filipino culture ay yung parang mga nakakaumay talaga na, part na natin. Sabi nga ni Nadine na normalize na natin. At yun, napabayaan na lang. So I think nga na we should really make a solution for it. Kasi nga, napapahiya na din tayo sa mga ibang bansa.
Erin, musta naman?
Tingin ko kasi yung mga toxic Filipino culture or practices, hindi siya nako-call out. So, bali nagiging taboo yung topics. Tapos, akala ng mga tao okay siya. Pero, hindi talaga siya okay. Yun.
Okay, great insight, guys. Ganda, perfect. So, I'll talk about examples of what we think are toxic Filipino cultures. So, I'll start with when elders ask for respect but give little respect to the youth. So, I think is our elders don't value our opinions kasi we are still young, or yung quote-unquote walang napatunayan. And gets naman namin siguro yung hierarchy ng elders tsaka sa mga youth. Siyempre, mas mataas yung elders. Pero we have a right to our own opinion. Like, lahat tayo may right as human beings to our own opinions. Like, you don't have to necessarily agree with our opinion, pero we should, still have that chance to voice it out. And I think that's what caused a lot of tension between families, I think, because the kids' opinions are not being taken into consideration. And personally, I've had moments in the past where my opinion wasn't valued kasi bata pa ako, especially with my parents. And what I did was I talked to them. Sabi ko, I told them what I felt na hindi siya maganda pakiramdam yung na-invalidate yung opinion mo since bata ka pa. And bit by bit, we start to raise this issue naman kasi napag-usapan naman, and I think the solution for this is like both sides respecting each other. Again, hindi mo naman kailangan i-accept yung opinion as a fact, pero you still have to respect it. Yun lang, guys.
Actually,
Sorry.
sige.
Ikaw muna.
Okay. There's actually a Filipino saying, yung papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na kami. Tapos, yun yung palaging usual na sinasabi ng matatanda. And, hindi siya okay dahil they're basically invalidating your opinion, your argument, or your explanation kahit na may point ka naman. Dahil iniisip nila na mas bata ka and mas madami silang alam sa'yo dahil marami na silang experiences, which is very wrong.
To add dun sa sinabi ni Enriquez ni Enzo, parang normalize na kasi yung hierarchy na sinabi ni Enzo na porket mas matanda nga, porket mas matagal nang nabubuhay sa mundo, wala nang karapatan yung mas bata or yung minor. So kailangan talaga ibahin yun kasi parang may border sa sa kailangan magiging tama. Tapos parang pinapalabas yun is it comes with age, which is I think not right sometimes because sometimes yung iba pang mas nakakatanda yung mali in general. Tas yung iba pang yung mas bata pa yung tama, pero dahil nga yun nga may hierarchy quote-unquote na sinasabi, ayun na foreshadow yung youth.
Okay, ang ganda ng mga insights. I'm sure lahat naman kami na kahit yung sa ating mga viewers, I'm sure naramdaman niyo din to in some form or way. Since lahat naman tayo naging bata. So, our second topic is smart shaming. So, Pat?
Hi guys, disclaimer lang, hirap po ka magsalita, so baka hindi nyo ka maintindihan. So, smart shaming is basically na panagsabi ka ng something intellectual or something that is true or like totoo, ang sasabihin ng mga taong nakikinig sa'yo na, wow, edi ikaw na matalino, pabibo, mga ganong klaseng bagay. And also, yung mga may ganitong mentality, they use English as the basis of being, smart. So, nagsalita ka sa classroom na, ma'am, critical thinking is important because blah, 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 blah. Ang reply ng classmates mo would be, wow, Englisher or wow, nosebleed, di kita carry. And also nga kasi, dahil English is the basis of being smart, when you say something wrong, or when you make a mistake sa grammar mo or wrong spelling, example, in an online forum, ayan na yung mga keyboard warriors lalabas, sabi na, huwag mo kong kausapin kung wala ka pang alam, bumalik ka muna sa eskwelahan, ganun. And also, fun fact pala, nagsimula yung smart shaming when yung Filipinos nag-start learn ng Western culture kasi nga, diba, na-colonize tayo ng Americans. So, tingin nila na yung mga nakapag-aral ay elite and they don't consider elite as part of the quote-unquote common Filipino folk. So, ayun nga, pag may taong nagsasabi ng totoo or nagsasabi ng something knowledgeable, ayun, nai-insecure sila kasi nga, wow, ang layo mo na, tas ito lang ako, hambog na Filipino lang. So, I think smart shaming is really sobrang na-normalized na to the point na parang nahihiya ka nang mag-open up ng gusto mong sabihin na facts. Kasi ayun nga, may makakitid talaga na utak.
Amen.
Can I add? Kasi sobrang common to sa age group natin. Kasi I hear a lot of my friends say it, and admittedly, I'm one of the people who say, di ikaw na, but I never intended for the other person to feel like I was mocking him or her kasi parang naging expression lang sa circle of friends than, smart shaming. Di naman yun yung intention. Like, for example, may time na si Nahum, kasama niya that day yung jowa niya. Tapos, sinesendan niya kami ng videos. Tapos sabi namin ni Patedi, but kidding aside, it's only now that I knew na thing pala to. Kaya maganda na I actually learned about it because I become more sensitive when talking to people.
Any other insights pa, guys?
Add ko lang din sa sinabi nila. Tingin ko, lalabang to ngayon sa social media. Like, kapag may nag-aaway from the supporters of two opposing political parties, tapos kapag may tinatry na sabihin factual thing yung isa, babarahin naman yung isa ng kung ano-ano. For example, nagmamagaling daw, tapos, ikaw na matalino, ayun.
So, obviously, dami kami lahat experience dito. Kaya, I think na napaka-toxic talaga nitong smart shaming. It's not our fault or kung sino man yung may fault na marunong mag-English or mas matalino. Like, it's not their fault. So, I think we should stop or drop this type of behavior because it is very wrong. So, our next topic is body shaming. So, to start the topic, here's Thirdy.
So, yung body shaming naman wala siyang halos pinagkaiba sa smart shaming. Kasi parang yung mga gumagawa nito is insecure din sa victim nila, let's say. Tapos, body shaming is not just a toxic trait for, and again, the Filipinos, but also for other people. Evidently so, Filipinos like to body shame each other. It may be sometimes used as a joke, encouragement na para siguro tumaba or pumayat yung tao, and also to shame. This type of toxic trait may seem harmless to other people, but for some, it can be a source for depression, for anxiety, for sadness. At the end of the day naman, what matters most is yung kalooban ng tao, yung attitude, yung niya, yung pakikitungo niya sa ibang tao, and never ever yung physical appearance niya. So ayun, ito nangyayari siya hindi lang sa sa bahay, pwede rin sa school, pwede rin sa workplace, pwede rin in public. Pwede siya mangyari kahit saan, anytime, anywhere. Could be harmless at first, pero once na mas stuck na yun sa mind ng tao, parang toxic siya. So yun.
I would like to share my experience kasi me and my brother we're overweight since bata pa, and growing up medyo mahirap siya kasi minsan, for other people, they think of it as a joke, pero nakakasakit. Like, for example, may group activity kami, pumunta kami sa ibang lugar. Pero, nag-jeep kami, tapos sabi ng friend ko, dapat daw, dalawa yung bayad ko kasi parang dalawa daw yung sakop ko. Parang tumawa sila, pero tumawa na rin ako para parang hindi ako mapahiya kasi it hurts talaga, it's toxic. And another example is when my brother eats a lot at home. And tas sabihin ng mother ko na, you're eating a lot. Tapos parang mataba na nga daw siya. Tapos tataba pa daw siya. Para sa akin, bawal ba kumain na lang ng ikakasayan namin? Parang it's so toxic talaga eh.
Ako, meron din akong experience niyan. Kasi dati talaga, as in, yung bata ako mga let's say, basta ang bata. As in, botchog ako. As in, ang taba-taba ko talaga. Pero every summer kasi na-hospital ako, tapos ayun, slowly kong nalulose yung weight. So sabi ko na parang, I think mas okay na magkasakit ako every summer para pumayat ako. Kasi naalala ko kahit sa bahay, pati yung ate ko, like, ang taba-taba mo na, bakit ka ganyan? Pero sila din naman nagpapakain sa akin, kain ka pa, pero sila din naman nalait sa akin na tumigil ka na. So, parang for me, it's kind of like a bad experience for me to think na mas okay na magkasakit para lang malose ko yung weight. So, ayun lang. It's really, ang sakit nga sa feeling nun. Yun lang.
For me naman, sabi nga ni 30, ang daming negative effects ng body shaming. Katulad ng anxiety, depression, yung iba, they experience bullying because of body shaming. So, yung nagiging reaction ng iba is they want to become thin or ano man yung beauty na standards natin ngayon. They want to have those beauty standards kasi they are conscious of their body. Ang dapat na reason nila for doing those is they should do it for themselves, not for others. Kasi if you want to fix yourself, you're not doing it to satisfy others, but you're doing it for the betterment of your own life. Yun lang naman.
Yeah, tsaka in the first place naman magkakaiba talaga tayo. It all boils down to respect, tas having a mindset na people are beautiful just the way they are. And it's nice rin now kasi people are actively advocating about this issue, mas lalo na sa social media kasi it really needs to be addressed.
Okay, so that is body shaming and why it's bad because and guys sa social media na nga there's this quote they're using na yung my body my rules. I think that applies to this as well. Like yung another person has no right to tell another person to na dapat ganito yung as Ron said na yung ito yung standard ng beauty or kapugian na di mo kailangan i-attain yun para maging pogi ka o kaya maganda ka. Kailangan lang yung mabait ka in yung you're good inside na it's what matters kasi lahat naman tayo tatanda and yung lahat ng kapugian tsaka gandahan din natin mawawala yan. It's what's important is kung ano yung nasa looban natin. And body shaming is very wrong again kasi you have no right to tell another person that this is how he or she should look. So our next topic is cancel culture and here's Erin.
In cancel culture, when people cancel a person in social media, particularly sa Twitter, it becomes like a public trial. Tapos example, may ginawa yung person na mali. The people don't attack that person for that mistake only. Ang tendency kasi is ang ginagawa nila, inuungkat nila yung past ng tao and that's just toxic for so many reasons. Kasi it's like they're not giving the person a chance to grow and learn. Parang ibabato nila lahat ng mali mo kahit na natuto ka na, nagbago ka na at hindi talaga yung tama.
Any insight, guys, for discussion?
Mas lalo na ngayon na yung technology nga where information can be accessed anywhere, whether totoo or fake news lang. People are so quick to jump to conclusions which makes them feel entitled to cancel out someone, ganon. Tapos for me kasi, even the kindest people make mistakes and even the people who commit crimes can change their ways, so there's really no point in like all this cancel culture because people will never learn naman from their mistakes if other people don't point it out the right way. Yun lang.
At saka yung mahirap kasi sa cancel culture, yung mga iba nakikiride lang kahit wala talaga silang alam about sa issue na yun. Irrelevant ng input nila. Tapos yun, mas nakakadagdag lang siya ng tension. Ayun.
Okay, so the next topic we have is one of the most toxic Filipino culture na napakatagal na hindi pa rin tatanggal. It is being late. And to discuss this is Nahum.
Hey guys, so another example nga ng toxic culture of a Filipino is Filipino time. Pero ano ang Filipino time? It is what a Filipino calls when a Pinoy or a Pinay is late because they have their own clock or time. This issue affects me as a Filipino, as a student, and for my future profession. As a Filipino kasi, baka akalahin ng other countries na all of us Filipino na we are not productive, we don't manage our time, we don't know our priorities. Yun lang. And as a student, kasi I've experienced this back then. I've allotted 3 hours for our group project. Tapos after nun, plano ko gawin yung individual project. Pero yun nga, kasi may Filipino time yung isa kong ka-group, kaya na-late siya. Kaya it was either we finish the group project or I would move the individual project later. Pero yun nga, tinapos namin yung group project, kaya na-move ko yung individual na project ko. Kaya I felt na hindi na manage ng maayos yung time ko, parang hindi siya naging productive yung day ko, hindi siya naging productive or efficient. And for my future profession, if makakapasa ako, a lawyer, kasi feel ko lawyers do not have all the time in the world. O if one client will be late, edi maghihintay yung ibang client. Parang what if yung isang client mas mabigat yung legal problems niya kaysa dun sa isa, parang nasayang lang. Yun lang.
And to add on what Nahum said, yung I think another toxic culture din yung sa pagiging late is yung maglalay ka pa na kahit late ka na nga maglalay ka pa. Like, halimbawa, may papunta yung kaibigan mo sa bahay mo or may gala kayo. Tapos may sabihin nyo, meet up is 5. Magkita kayo ng 5. Tapos titext ka na by 5 na nasan ka na. Tapos magsisinungaling ka pa. Sabihin mo, papunta na ako or nasa gate nyo na ako. Tapos yung pala, late ka na talaga. Nasa bahay ka pa. Kakagising mo lang, naliligo pa. Yung nasa bahay ka, I think that's another problem din sa, besides being late na, yung magsisinungaling ka pa. And guilty din naman ako. Minsan sinasabi ko din yun na papunta na ako kahit late na ako sa meet up. Tas yung magsisinungaling pa din. I think it's another toxic Filipino culture na buti na lang discuss natin so we can try to solve this issue. Yun lang, guys.
Also parang kapag kasi you're not on time, tas may nag-set, parang it's very disrespectful para dun sa person na nag-set ng time. Parang it can cause him to have second thoughts kung bakit late yung mga kasama niya. Parang isipin niya, ayaw ba nila akong kasama or meron ba silang ibang ginagawa or hindi ba ako ganun ka-importante para maging on time sila. So parang for me lang, dapat we should always be punctual kasi it's important na nandun tayo when we're being called kasi we may miss out things na important pala. So we should always remember to be on time, lalo na kapag yung taong yun close natin. Actually, even if hindi natin ka-close, basta nag-set ng time ang isang tao, we should follow that time.
Okay, so the next topic is when grandparents or parents demand their children or grandchildren to have a baby. So to talk about this issue, here's Ron.
So for this topic naman, it's basically about parents forcing their kids to have babies even if yung children nila are not planning to have kids. Kasi there's a lot of factors why parents are doing this to their children. And one of that would be gusto nilang i-expand yung family tree nila, or parang ang sinasabi nila is kailangan magkaroon ng anak upang manatili yung apelyido nila. Parang they want to continue their legacy. And for some naman na mayroong mga businesses, gusto nilang magkaroon ng grandchildren kasi if after they die, they still want to continue the operations of that business. So parang nape-pressure yung children nila magkaroon ng anak even if hindi nila gusto magkaroon ng anak. So parang na-force yung isang tao na ibahin yung happiness niya in life, and nade-deprive sila sa gusto nilang gawin talaga sa buhay. And also yung sinasabi nilang gusto nilang magka-grandkids para ma-continue yung businesses nila. Parang wala pa nga yung tao na yun sa mundo na to. Parang pinipilit na nila agad yung dream nila sa future grandkids if magkakaroon man. So in addition to that, parang yung dinidisregard nila yung feelings ng anak nila, na even if hindi yun yung passion ng anak nila, kailangan nilang sundin tong commandment ng parent nila para lang sila yung maging masaya, hindi yung mismong anak nila. Ayun, yun lang naman.
Add to that lang, since sinabi ni Ron na may reasons yung parents nila na dinedemand yung anak nila na magka-baby. Siguro meron ding reasons yung children nila kung bakit ayaw nila magka-baby, like living standards, kung okay ba o hindi, economy, education, health response, environment, mga ganun. So, yun talaga yung baka iniisip din nila yung factors na yun, and baka hindi din sila ready, kaya the parents or grandparents should listen to their children's reasons muna before getting mad or demanding.
Add lang din sa sinabi ni Ron tsaka ni tingin ko similar din to sa pressure sa mga babae sa marrying age. Kukulitan nila na parang di na raw magkakaanak or makakahanap ng mapapangasawa, which is very wrong kasi hindi naman lahat ng babae gusto magkaroon ng family or asawa. Some are very happy in focusing in their careers, di ba? And that's okay, and it's nothing to be sad about. So, hindi dapat pina-pressure talaga in general.
Okay, so these are all our experiences regarding what we deemed as toxic Filipino culture. So to wrap it all up, we'd like to conclude this topic by talking about how this issue affects our identity as Lasallians. I think I'll go first. All in all, these topics just showed a lack of respect for other people as a Lasallian and as a human being. I think what we need to do to solve these issues is by simply respecting other people, because obviously not everyone shares your same beliefs, or syempre iba-iba tayo eh. Kung paano tayo pinalaki, like different talaga tayo. And I think a Lasallian, or maybe kahit sino naman, magre-respond dito sa issue by simply being respectful to other people and their beliefs.
So, ako naman, I think yung, like, these issues, like, inaapektuhan ako kasi, in a sense na we can't be who we want to be. It's like, it constricts us to this certain type of role. Like, let's say nga, yung body shaming, yung smart shaming, then, yung mga parang mahirap na i-express kung anong gusto natin maging, kasi let's say nga, nagda-demand yung parents natin or grandparents ng baby, but as sabi nga nila na they're perfectly happy and content with what they are now. So with all these toxic like cultures in our society, parang ang hirap lang i-express kung ano talagang gusto mong sabihin. And personally for me, I think I would respond to this issue by like talagang ina-address ko pag nakikita ko. Example, like hindi siya connected. Pero let's say, narinig ko or nakita ko yung friend ko nag-say ng N-word. I would personally tell him or her na tigilan mo yan kasi hindi ka naman ganyan, like it's bad and it's really racist. So I think na by actively na gusto mong ayusin yung problem, I think talagang slowly mong maayos yung problem. That's mine lang.
Siguro yung mga issue na to affect sa akin bilang Lasallian. Marami siyang paraan na parang offensive siya, ganun. Lahat naman ng toxic traits na to is offensive. Pero nga, sabi ni Enzo and ni Pat, the best solution for this is maging respectful na lang tayo and address the problem as much as possible and as soon as possible. Kasi ongoing na kasi ito matagal-tagal na siya yung mga traits na to. So, ayun nga. So, as soon as possible, kailangan ma-address na talaga siya. Para din sa kalalagyan ng mga susunod pang Filipinos. Ayun.
Ako naman for me is, sabi nga nila, we shouldn't normalize yung mga toxic Filipino cultures. And dahil nga tayo na yung future leaders ng generation natin, we should start changing and fixing all of these toxic Filipino cultures. Kasi if we keep on letting this happen, mas mas lalala lang and maapektuhan rin yung next generation. So we should start sa sarili natin muna, and then yun nga, we should correct those na nagkakamali. But we have to keep in mind na when we are correcting others, we have to be respectful para hindi maging mayabang yung dating natin sa kanila. So if nag-start na sa atin sa generation natin na magbago to, parang tuloy-tuloy na yan. And if tuloy-tuloy na yan, unting-unting mawawala yung toxic Filipino culture natin. Yun lang naman.
As a person, itong toxic Filipino culture is sobrang nakaka-apekto talaga, lalo na sa mental health ng isang tao. And just because we're used to it, it doesn't mean na it should be normalized. Lalo na if it's something na borderline disrespectful. Dapat talaga, tino-call out siya and hindi siya tino-tolerate or gina-justify.
To add rin to what you guys said, aside from respect, siguro the willingness to listen to other people's feelings, kasi dun mo talaga ma-assess kung anong nararamdaman nila. Baka naman may pinagdadaanan sila, kaya ganon. Tapos, being open-minded. Tapos, siguro now, since pandemic, we can't go out, siguro we can address the issue by, if we see like posts about toxic Filipino culture, we can share them on our socials para ma-educate din yung mga ibang tao about it. Yun lang.
And to add lang, since these cultures talaga hindi maiiwasan agad-agad, like sabi din natin, we should talk about it. Especially dun sa when elders ask respect or wala silang respeto sa atin, they should also to listen to us and we should also to listen to them. We both should respect each other's ideas and perceptions lang.
Okay, so this is the end for our podcast. I'd like to thank my group mates for contributing to this podcast. The whole group would like to thank Miss Ira for giving us the opportunity to do something like this. We would all like to thank our parents, and we would like to say thank you to our viewers out there, wherever you are in the Philippines, Kuwait, Qatar, America, wherever you are, we'd like to say thank you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Good day.